Ryanniag ti Ilocos, programa ngagserbi kamang kenram tayo iti gobyerno probinsyal. Lalo na iti beneg iti sanggo niyang panlalawigan ti probinsya ng Ilocos Sur. Mangted tinanay nga informasyon kadagiti programa, proyektos, tulong ken mga sister kadagiti ang problema nga OFW ang kalugaran tayo. Ryanniag ti Ilocos, tinagaget, Produktibo Presiding Officer, the busy Governor of the Province of Ilocos Sur, Ryan Luis Singson, our main anchor, Ken Lito Javier, our co-anchor, Ryanniag ti Ilocos Sur, at tuyen nagsubli ngagserbi kada kayo, agsipod tada kayo ti inspirasyon mi, Ryanniag ti Ilocos Sur, da kayo ti inspirasyon mi. Ay, hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Ilocosorian. Welcome to Ryanniag ti Ilocos Sur. Da kayo ti inspirasyon mi. July 24 itatapo, it's our day. Lahat po ng mga Pilipino, today is our day, mga kaibigan. Apay, State of the Nation Address ni Presidente. Kumbaga, daytoy apo iti may kadwa. Kalaksidan na di inaugural address na idi June 30, mga kaibigan. Di jay di apo, ya? Di jay old batasan. Di jay anti nagana region National Library. Ya? Tatakit di jay met batasan ti pakaramidan na agagayem. So totok lang po kayo. Dito lang Ilocos Heritage sa channel, mga kaibigan. Iti usapang pampolitika dito'y State of the Nation Address. Sino na gitay umatender, mga kaibigan, aduda apo. O diti probinsya tayo, gitay congressman tayo, nga duwap, ni Congressman Ronald Singson, ni Congresswoman Christine Singson Mihan, di 2nd District. Siyempre, iti gobernador ti probinsya, vice-gobernador, dagita, napo Chavit Singson, party list tayo apo, ti ako, Ilocano ako, papagayam, ni apo Congresswoman Richel Singson, napay, ti expectare ma po nga matender dita. Dagiti department, dagiti secretary, tinaduma-duma nga departamento, dagiti ASECDA, dagitay top ranking, o natin latan ya, dagiti top ranking officials apo itibiyang ti gobyerno tayo. Dagitay foreign dignitaries, mga kaibigan, umatender da amin dagita. So, totok lang po kayo niya, dito lang Ilocos Heritage sa channel, Facebook Live, inton no malam, deta alas 4, gagayem kaya na po kailian, apaman nga mangrugi po, naka-live tayo tumatan dito, naka-simulcast tayo na po iti RTBM, People's Television data, papagayam. So, ti pangalaan tayo po ti signal tayo, agsipod tayo so dapo ti official nga makatutok lang data. Then, maki-simulcast aming estasyon, kanyada, okay lang, mga kaibigan. So, kastamot kada kami, tamot ti assignment mi kada kayo amin apo, aglalo kada kayo nga dadtaba abroad, dagitay agbuy-buya kada kami, mga kaibigan, Ilocos Heritage sa channel, Facebook Live, awan sa bali apo deta. Anya nga ta dagiti adda iti anya nga ta dito linaon, manungatang minutos. Malagip yun ni apo Presidente Rodrigo Duterte di. 30 minutes, kung nadalaan, baka kulang na kulang pa yung 30 minutes, kung nada niya, ay na, inabo na mo na po iti danda ni 2 oras, mga kaibigan, dahil pa nagtalumpatinan, mangser-sermon matan. Ya? Kumbaga kat, awan mo ti direksyon ti day awan di script nan, mga kaibigan. Basta, ano niya di malagip na di nga sa uwan, isulat tamot tan. Ya? Sino ba ti kaornosan iti speech? Mga kaibigan nga napuutan nyo na po. Diba? Ado. Dagiti nalaling speech writer. Sino nga ti speech writer ni Presidente BBM? Mga kaibigan. Yeah? Ado. Ado talaga kita. 1935, idi umuna apo nga naipablaak timakon ko ng State of the Nation Address President Manuel L. Quezon idi mga kaibigan 1935 yan at dapay sona idi ay ni tiyempo na po Quirino idi reta dijay Amerika nay publikar mo baya dagitay ko na tayo nga two-way radio mga kaibigan iya po nya so tatan nakagargar bumat time idi ni papang na ni President Ferdinand Marcos Senior dijay Quirino Grandstand mga kaibigan dagita tinakararamidan na paidimay niya napintas na kumbaga ket na urnos apo iti panaka ipublikar na ken panakaramid dagita nga State of the Nation. Aniya nga ti adda iti uneg. Kaduan na reta ka tinamnamaen da awan sa bali no saan nga daytoy makon ko na gagayem ken na po kailan nga daytoy Maharlika Investment Fund, MIF. Dayang kami na po ti kadakkalan. Gagayam ka na po kailan itatang issue. Ayan. Aslay bagbagada nga naidaras ka no dayta nga bill papagayam na permaan apo idi na minsan. O dagita. Nya? May sareta kang runaan na. Anapay dagitay infrastructure projects nga darakkel. Dito'y pagilyantay nga Pilipinas. Adda nga ta mabanggit ni Apo Presidente Bongbong Marcos nga dakkela po nga proyekto gagayem ken na po akilyan dakkela po nga proyekto dito'y probinsya nga Ilocos Sur may tuloy nga tana po datay mega dam diti parte na po iti Gregorio del Pilar, Ilocos Sur. Yan. Dagita po niya. Dagitay darakela po nga kalkalsada. Dito'y Tiplex. Sumalpot nga tan, ingganat Ilocos Norte. Adda ba pundunan? Dagita mga kaibigan niya. Dagita po ati kitain tayo apo sweldo panagpangato ti sweldo dagitay mangmangged iti gobyerno mga kaibigan lalo na kadagitay mangisorsoro apo adda nga ta panagpangato ti sweldo dagiti apo nga mangisorsoro gagayem ken na po kailan dayta apo iti saludsod nagbasit pelat sweldo yo apo nga teacher gasam teacher 3 ka agsweldo ka pala ang iti 31,900. Idinto nga dayjay pulis mga kaibigan. Bagong saltang pulis 27,000 sweldonan. No master sergeanten 50 pluson mga kaibigan. Gasin nyo dayjay apo 50 plus ni sweldo. Gayam ka na po kailan. Ayan. So nga ado ti dapat nga maurnos pay sweldo dagiti mangmangged kang runana po iti panakabangon ti ekonomiya iti pagilyantay nga Pilipinas nailipmeten adan executive order na po presidente nailipmeten na po daytoy health protocols tayon iti COVID-19 awanen di ba wala na hanggang nga gusarti face mask, hanggang nga gusarti proper hygiene, hanggang na po awan ti social distancing, napay dagijay protocol idi, papagayam, dagitag minatay, mga kaibigan, handa ba nga tanga itest dagijay matayon niya, no dati nag-positive or negative ti antigen nan, di ba? Gasin nyo dagijay din, no? Nag-positive ti antigen kada cremate latamot ng piman. Ano pa Basta nagkatin na po dagijay kwan, protocols tayon.
nga makamo kayo nga mga alwad iti salunat tayo. Ore pa no awan ti makuna nga protocol san, syempre proper hygiene na pay nya nga rodan hangkang ngagbuggo nga manganan. Di ba? Hangkang nga rod ngagdigo san. Oh. Hangkang nga rod nga gusar ti alkoholan. Proper hygiene nga rod. At dalat tamot akanya mga kaibigan, di ba? So, dagita amin na po niya. Ken syempre daytoy State of the Nation address na po presidente. Basta dengeg ti tulatan. Ay bagada mo nga simple laeng mga kaibigan. Daytoy State of the Nation address na po presidente. Kitaan tayo po no kasanon to iti sitwasyon. Kumbaga makasurvive ba mga kaibigan ti pagilyan nga Pilipinas. Adumat ti bang ibagbaga po nga lalo tatta di Metro Manila rally dito'y rally sa jay rally pumanakpak nga rally mga kaibigan pumanakpak apo nga rally ti mapasamak gagayem ken na po kailian kita yumay di gito ya po nga paspasamak ka gagayem ken nga absat nya pumanakpak nga rally nagpaisunag at hanteng nga mamimingga kumbaga halos dandani amin apo nga halos dandani amin gagayem ken na po kailian nga dagitoy presidente tayo oray no siya sino tag presidente adalat ta dagita agrarally hamumigka dayta ya ta hambang nga perpekto ta administrasyon sino ti mangibagay nga perpekto no man pay daytoy administrasyon ni Presidente BBM, dakkel po improvement na gagayem ka na po kailian. Gaso nyo di trust rating na po ng atomot. Di ba? Agtalog mo ti taong bayan. Kumbaga, kunada, naanos mo at nagtrabaho, hamot apo nga natay kamwat may. Kitkitaan na mo't apo tinasya nga pagsayaatan. Adaranyag, tibiyag, ti pagilyan nga Pilipinas. Gagayem ken kakabsat kasi apo ti bagbagada kay barbare nga ori ni Senador Juan Ponce Enrile detoy presidential advisor on legal papagayan bagbagana mo nga napintas met apo dito administrasyon totokan tayo adda nga ta may bagana ti benegtad ti agrikultura ni apo sa presidente. Baka di yan ang tunga nga i-announce mga kaibigan no sino apo tegbaling agriculture secretary. Apo kailian. Sino nga ta tegbaling agriculture secretary niya po presidente. Nya deta po iti matututukan. Deta ti kasla kumbaga intayo denggen tutukan madamdama mga kaibigan. State of the Nation address. Ore kanya kayat ko buyaag deta State of the Nation address na po presidente mga kaibigan ya. Tapno ti kasta po kat adda iti pathway tayo. Adda ti pagpampanunutan tayo. Adda direksyon iti gobyerno papagayam. Kumbaga plano manen na po para iti sumarunong nga tawen. 5 years pa papagayam. Tapno malpas detoy makompleto ni presidente dito'y termino na. I-anunsyo na nga ta nga mabalbaliwan na po ti konstitusyon tayo. Dita gagayem ka na po kailian. Ti dapat mga kaibigan nga may estimar meten kada iti gundaway ti bagada nga dumot apo ti lapses iti konstitusyon tayo. Dito'y pagilian tayo nga Pilipinas. Amin na kita ket padpadaanan tayo. Ngaman tayo mabalin na po ang gulpian tatakas na kunak 5 years pa lang nga po iti nabatbati kanya na. Diti man na sumarunong nga tawen, ana ba? Dayay. Diti sumarunong nga tawen, ana ba? Anya ba? Ti mangyari iti pagilyan tayo nga Pilipinas. Di kita amin na po iti tutukan tayo mga kaibigan ya. Da tayo nga Pilipino adda partisipasyon tayo dito not only on the part of the president no diket datayo iso na lang ti mangidaulo mga kaibigan ya iso na po iti mangsimpa no nyaman na po dagiti pagkasapulan tayo ited tayo ti respeto ited tayo po kanya na iti nananay agundaway imbotos tayo overwhelming majority mga kaibigan entire the Filipino nation makita yo di ba? Ited tayo po. Since nga dadtasuna, hanga da jay kamangala placards mo, pangman agrali di jay menjola, jay sango batasan han. Ya, awa maramidan ti di jay. Kasi dagiti bagbagayo ipukpuk kayo po nga problema, amo na dagita. Adda dagita advisors na, dadta dagita secretaries nga concerns kada kita nga bambanag. Hamang nga jay apay gaputa. For example, iti beneg ko mati salunat, mga kaibigan. Adda departamento apo, ng mangigam dayjay. Ya, dependento may departamento, no anyamot iti recommendation na papagayam, then aprobaran ni presidente, di kiti banag nga mangyari. Di ba? Kasi lakin dayjay panangilip na po, dayjay health protocols. Apo kailian. Di ba? Babay na po iti rekomendasyon itibiyang nga po ti Department of Health na ilip na health protocols tayo, awanan. Iti COVID-19. Di ba? Dito lang nga ti beneg apo ti agrikultura. Haan na po nga mapanaw-panawan. Apay, dakkel nga iti problema tayo apo ti beneg ti agrikultura. Gagayem. Do we have enough supply of foods? Hamala may panggap apo ti bagas. Basta no foods no kuna tayo, kada kiti kasapulan tayo. Inaldaw-aldaw. Halang nga tao, pati di ka tadingwan tayo, mga kaibigan, di ba? So, kadi agtartarakin tayo, apo. Agtarakin ka. For example, iti naduma-duma klase ti dingwan. Di ba? Adda ba pagpakan mo? Kasyay. Kastama lang ti tao, Di ba? How can you feed 115 million Filipino people? Dito nga nagdaktala po ti populasyon. Iti pagilian tayo nga Pilipinas. Ket nagbasit mat apo iti production. Dagiyay. Presyo di bagas. Dagi baga na nga 20 pesos. Idi. Siguro mga kaibigan. Kaya na mga ta. Ngamang kong mabaling ibaga kas nakunakmanan na po di other day nga program ko. Hambang nga nga siguro ang aday 20 pesos nga bagas kas dati kaimas ti Japonica rice. At dama nga 20 pesos ng Mario Josep. Baka di mo kaya nga kanin. Di mo kaya nga tilmunan. Tiraman na. Di ba? Kada ito nga tiyempo kat nakabimposible na kita na po nga mapasama ka dito 20 pesos. Kumbaga, numabalin lang kuma kung nana mo ini, han namang impapili nga datay pagbalin na nga 20 pesos. Mga kaibigan, importante po mapapintas iti produksyon tayo, iti beneg ti agrikultura. So nga kita farm machineries, adadta po niya, itibiyang iti gobyerno lokal, kailangan ag-concentrate kayo, hanlang ati farm to market roads, iti pag-concentrate nyo, irigasyon, importante, mga kaibigan. Dagitay na dumaduma nga paset, iti pagilian tayo nga Pilipinas sa po nga kasapulan na irigasyon. Adala pangalaan, penedente, dagita nga karkarayan, wawaig. Kita nyo rito yung parte ti Banawang. Nagdakkel po ti volume of water. Uray summer niya. Ababaw ko natin at least. Nagadayo paggapuan Aggapo niya boundaries ti Cordillera, mga kaibigan. Cordillera Mountains, Cagayan. Mapandita Abra River. Bumaba, mapanto dito yung parte na po ti Ilocos. Cats Basin, dito yan tayo, mga kaibigan. Agasan nyo yung pagtrabalan neta danom. Niya. At indog, dito timay sa kadagiti kadakala na po nga river apo dito pagilian tayo nga Pilipinas. So nga, sayang, di ba? So nga kita, hantay nga sayangan na kita. Aramidan tayo amin na po nga irigasyon na kita, mga kaibigan. Ngamang supply apo, iti danom kadagiti kataltalunan tayo. Ano ba ti aramidan tayo, tapno ti kastakat kita kataltalunan tayo, bakbakras apo iti bambantay, dagiti na nga itong lugar, mairigaran mo. Ada rin kiti alternatibo nga wagas nga dapat nga aramiden tayo mat. Adalan na po rin kiti expert tayo, tiba nagte-agrikultura, tada kita, gagayam ka na po kailan, matulungan tayo mat. Di ba? No, during summertime, nakadado ti problema tayo apo, makita tayo, kumkumraang da kita, kataltalunan. So, amin da gito'y mga kaibigan niya, iti agrikultura lang na. If we are rich in agriculture, ibagak kada kaya po, nalag antibiyag. Iti pagilian tayo. Ore may sanga pagilian, ore may sanga country. If you are rich in agriculture, adot apo ti production, nalag antibiyag, mga kaibigan. Kita nyo na kita parte ti Vietnam, Cambodia, da kita po, napadpadasan da kita ti civil war, lugar da. Pero anong nangyari ngayon? Nagpaspas ti development kanya da, di ba? Dito pagiliante nga Pilipinas, mga kaibigan, awan civil war. Ti problema lang dito po, insurgency nga hanga pulos nga mong umpot nga insurgency, mga kaibigan. Anong nangyari? Bakit nagkaganito tayo? At daragiti tiyampo idi nga nakasyasya ti pagiliante nga Pilipinas, we are exporter. Karigiti na dumadumang agricultural products, mga kaibigan. Pero anong nangyari? Hanga iso ti priority, digiti napalpalabas nga administrasyon sa bali, mga kaibigan. Di po ba? So nga, dagito'y amin ya. Amin, dagito'y gagayim kaya na po, kailan ko na amang kada kayo na apo, sapay-sapay lang kumata, addanto, na pintas na pagbanagan na. Insurgency. If we are talking about insurgency, anna pala kadi. Anna pala kadi apo iti makuna gagayem ken apo kailan nga rason apay nga da palang insurgency ti pagilian nga Pilipinas. Daba valid reason wala na. Puro mga adventurism na lang mga yan. Mga dito sadot na kita kot-kotong lang na po di po prendan. Di ba? Apang kataparte nat Mindanao nakagulgulo pala tat Mindanao tapay tinangken. Handa kaya di mapanagtalo, naglawang nga pagtalo ng Mindanao, nagpintas apo ti nga lugar, mga kaibigan. Pero kaya dati kaya agkidnap. Kaya dapo ti agkutong, agkurakot, agpipinatay diyay. Nya, handa nga manusan. Lagayem ka na po kay liyan trabaho. So amin na gito'y launan apo mo datang launan iti State of the Nation address ni Presidente. Tayo na bawat Pilipino adda obligasyon tayo. Kaya tayo matapo ti agbiag, kaya tayo matapo ti sumayat iti biag na. Hangkad kasta ti dapat nga ramiden, mga kaibigan. Ya? Adda kontribusyon tayo apo. Latta no dapan nakabalin na, kaya gito'y nga mapaspasamak iti gobyerno tayo. Hantay yung itulok nga dagiti lang opisyal tayo kay sudalatan haan. No di ti bawat isa sa atin may kontribusyon din, mga kaibigan. Kita nyo dagiti congressman. Numampayado dagiti opposition. Hantay matlibakan na po. Isong atat partet biag damat daya, isong atat partet ti kontribusyon damat ti gobyerno. Di ba? Di agdillaw. Pero ano bang nangyari? Adda ba naramidan da nga ta? They are sponsoring bill. Tapno sumayat iti biag, tapno maituwid dagiti bambanag, mga kaibigan. Di ba? Digita. Salamat dagiti mang pampansin na po presidente nga iti beneg iti agrikultura. Bakit hindi naman yan aangat ang kabuhayan ng Pilipino kung adda nga ta naramid da nga bill nga sumayat iti kabibiyag tayo. Adda ba naramid da nga bill tapno ti kastaket lumag-an na po ti kabibiyag ti giti apo nga manalong apo kailian digiyay ya madali lang magsabi itaas mo ang sahod. Yes, it's true, di ba? Pero kita ano balanse sa Metro Manila dumawa dati additional increase ti empleyado, mga kaibigan, nagdakkalan. Kita ndamot ti balanse itibiyang nagiti empleyado ken itibiyang nga po nagiti employer. Kaya ba nila? So, anong nangyari? Nagpangato lang 40 pesos a day, mga kaibigan. Taiso apo iti balanse. Maawatan tayo dijay. Kaya mo, sweldo ka na kangato pero wala ka naman na production, mga kaibigan. Di po pwedeng ganun. Maraming mababangkrap. Di ba? Balance, latamot apo. So, nagito'y mga nadagsin apo itigbaling nga presidente, narigat, nagado nga problema. Di ba? Dapat hangag kamali numabano totosen dagiti nala na po nga sekretaris kasapulan na gaga damot agtrabaho damot ammo dati aramidin na kadigitoy obligasyon da na itid kada kan responsibilidad da mga kaibigan. So digitoy niya mga kaibigan digita apo digitay kunak man ang kadatayon na po nga importante launay mga kaibigan. Okay? Kaimportantan launay apo. So sapay-sapay lang ko mapagustuhan tayo apo that State of the Nation address na. Ken halang nga takit siyempre no nyaman day may baskag to nga is linaon ti State of the Nation address ni presidente adalat ta kanda tayo mat apo niya ta siyempre datayo mat apo ti mangitortorong ti biag tayo hamang ni presidente mangitorong biag tayo kahit iso alang nga po ti leader tayo tapto ti kastakit kita na no nya kitay banag-banag nga mabalin nga mangsimpamot ti ekonomiya ti gobyerno tayo mga kaibigan kasi basta importante ited tayo ti respeto kasi binutosan tayo isuda di ba. Okay mga kaibigan, dito yung programa tayo Ryanniag, Ilocos Sur Apo. Kadagiti aming agbuybuya. Ya? Kahit sapay-sapay lang kumata, i-share yung dito yung programa may. Dito yung Ilocos Heritage sa channel, lalo na dito Ryanniag, Ilocos Sur. Tara ito yung programa ni Apo Vice Gobernador Ryan Singson, mga kaibigan, Ryanniag, Ilocos Sur. Okay, ag-sublita ito Apo, kalpasan na giti palagip.
As the heritage province of the North reopens to tourists, it launches the all-new Tour Ilocos Sur app. A quick guide to Ilocos Sur at your fingertips. Find the best tourist spots. Hotels. Bars and restaurants. And authentic Ilocos Sur products and food. Be updated on upcoming events, plus get notified on the important announcements and updates. Available for global download on Android and iOS. The Tour Ilocos Sur app. Historical becomes digital.
Kayat mo akanayon na nakakondisyon ti motor mo, saan tayo abaybayan ngagdadael? Siguden na patarimaan, tadda tinalaing ken anos a mekaniko, ken pagkagatangan ti high-end ken genuine a piyesa ti motorsiklo. King Rabe Motorcycle Parts Enterprises. Anyaman na piyesa ken brand ti motorsiklo kasapulan at daamin dita King Rabe Motorcycle Parts Enterprises. Saan kan ngagpaspasarak, mapankan di sigurado. Adupay di pagpilyan tinadumaduma a brand affiliate, motor oil ken kumpleto apang setup. Pasyaren ti Pestuda sa Jikabarwan, Santa Catalina, Ilocos Sur. At dabay branch na dita igid ti National Highway, Sunto, Bantay, Ilocos Sur, ken Sadyay, Dagupan City. Ride safety. Siguradwen anapintas ti kondisyon dagiti motorsiklo. Adda ti mapagtalkaan a King Rabe Motorcycle Parts Enterprises. Ken no kasapulan piloga na pagpasya ken adday ti darayan nyo nga okasyon. Kastapay no da sabaten nyo akaming ti pamilyayo abalikbayan at danda iti ban amarentaan. Kontakin nyo ti numero 0917-188 7507. Ukwa ken imatmatunan da Bonnie ken Lin Rabe. King Rabe Motorcycle Parts Enterprises.
Only foods ba ang hanap mo? Kaya't mo mukbang ng basit ti budget. Kapangkan sa J Books Eat Food Hub. Masarakan ti Igit ti National Highway Barangay Kabarwan Bantay Ilocos Sur. Giseserve dati only wings, rice, lechon kawale, sisig kanda dumapay a pagpilian. In kayon ti Books Eat Food Hub. Matmatunan dito ni Miss Eileen Tolentino ken ni Miss Luena Lu Manligues. And the food, ngem suwak sa bulsa. Anya pa ito orayam, mapankan ti Books Eat Food Hub. Books Eat Food Hub, sigurado mabsog ta buksit mo. Nagbebero kay matinaimas nga pulutan, wano dagiti maprito amakmakan. Saragam lang ti Choylin Fried Station. Masarakan ti na duma-duma pwesto dati probinsya ng Ilocos Sur, at dati ta syudad ti Vigan, Iliti Santo Domingo, Kabugaw, Sinait, Narvacan, ken Canton City. At dapat pwesto dita Abra, ken pati Batak, ken Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. At doon dagiti mabili mo pagpilian. At dati fried chicken, crispy pata, fried itik, lechon kawali, tokwat baboy, ken pork sisig. Choylin Fried Station, fried to perfection. No kaya't mumati only rice ken only soup all you can, 3 mantas grill house lang sapat na. Ado dagiti pagbilya mga combo meals nga sigurado aswak ti budget mo. Masarakan ti 3 mantas grill house sa Bayubay Sur, San Vicente, Ilocos Sur. What are you waiting for? Come and visit 3 mantas grill house today. Kung mahilig ka mat dagiti matuno makmakan, na tuno grill house lang ang iyong kailangan. Dahil offering chicken inasal, pork barbecue, chicken barbecue, only rice pork inasal, ken only chicken wings. Masarakan tinatuno grill house sa San Jose, Narvacan, Ilocos Sur. Anya pa ito rorayang, pasyari mo dagito nga panganan, na imaster diag no nananam timakan.
Problema yu kadi iti panangalat ti student driving permit, renewal iti lisensya ngagmaneho, ken panang-upgrade iti restriction code dagiti lisensyayo. Solbaren dagiti nga problema yo iti RX Driving School. Ti RX Driving School ket accredited iti LTO ng eskwelaan. Amang ipaay kadagiti sumaganad. TDC wenno theoretical driving course. Kasapulan daytoy kadagiti mangalat ti student permit. PDC wenno practical driving course paramat kadagiti mangala iti non-prop wenno professional driver's license. Upgrading iti restriction code paramat kadagiti mangnayon iti mabalinda a manehuen ken ti special driving course paramat kadagiti kayat nga tagsursurong agmaneho iti motorsiklo, tricycle, 4 wheels, manual or automatic ken dadumapay. Naanos ken nalaing dagiti driving instructors da nga accredited iti LTO. Dito'y 2nd District, masarakan ti RX Driving School iti National Highway, Barangay Tablak, Canton City, abay iti Sacred Heart Medical Laboratory. Dito'y mat 1st District, masarakan ti RX Driving School, abay mismo iti LTO. Dita poblasyon is San Ildefonso, Ilocos Sur. Ken dita probinsya ti Ilocos Norte, masarakan ti RX Driving School iti along the National Highway, Barangay Kalagip, Batak City, sango ti Ilocondia Cultural Center ken Mariano Marcos Memorial Hospital. Asideg iti mismong LTO. No lisensya ti panagmaneho, ken nasaya ta pagsusuruan ngagmaneho, RX Driving School iti papanan. Para tadadong informasyon, tumawag wenno ag-text kayo iti 0917-578-3132 and 0917-811-0581. Dito 1st District San Ildefonso, 0917-306-3735. Itamot 2nd District Canton City, 0917-120-1745. Ken dita Batak City, 0917-329-0591. RX Driving School.
No No serbisyo analaka nga catering ti Masapulyo, adda iti Caril's Garden Catering Services ang masarakan di Mabini Street, Barangay Rizal, Kabugaw, Ilocos Sur. Adu pa iti agkakaimas nga makan ti inkay pagpilian. Ken saan lang kadayta na ornos ti serbisyo da, napintas iti set up da. Ken saan yon a problema no kasapulan nyo iti venue. Oray anyaman nga okasyon ket mabaling nga rambakan kas iti kasar, birthday, anniversary, reunions, meeting, ken dumapay. Caril's Garden and Catering Services ti kapintasan ken kalakaan. Nadaras pa'y akasarita ti akin bagi ani Sir Carlito ken Maricar Asena. Wenno kontaken iti numero a 0917-799-1273. Wenno 0917-799-5110. Caril's Garden and Catering Services. Umay kayon!
Nueva Segovia Consortium of Cooperatives. Di kooperatiba ano bayagin nagseserbi karang ti Ilocano iti amyanan Luzon. Di kooperatiba ang manpapaay ti serbisyo, benepisyo, ken mangisakit kariti empleyado ken miyembro na. Di Nueva Segovia Consortium of Cooperatives wano NSCC ket adon tinatulungan na. Babayin medit na mayat alangin-langin ken kooperasyon dagiti miyembro ken mangimatmaton. Adon tinaturoasan ti kooperatiba. Adupay dagiti naynayon ang kasdek, akas ti NSCC Farm, Chicharon Processing Facility, Macro Laboratory, kastameten ti NSCC Plaza, ken NSCC Business Center. Isungan niya pelang ter orayam makikapengkan iti kadakilan a kooperatiba iti probinsya. Di Nueva Segovia Consortium of Cooperatives suman na NSCC, imatmatunan na daytoy ni Dr. Divina Kenny.
Padaanan in July 24, 2023 ti live telecast the second State of the Nation Address ni President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. dito ilayang Ilocos Heritage Channel through Eagle Vision Cable TV and FB Live ti Ilocos Heritage Channel. State of the Nation Address ni President Bongbong Marcos live in Batasan, Padaanan. Let us hear the message of Governor Jerry Singson for the anniversary of Ilocos Heritage Channel. Congratulations to the Ilocos Heritage Channel for celebrating its 14th year anniversary. Ilocos Heritage Channel has been instrumental in bridging the provincial government and the public. It is a bulwark of truthful, responsible, and civic-oriented journalism that provides a backbone of support in bringing government services to the grassroots. Its special programs featuring the projects, programs, and activities of the administration serve as a conduit to keep our communities empowered through information and awareness. It is a platform to maintain transparency in our governance, thus keeping the public trust at all times and giving the people the opportunity to participate in our undertakings. I express my commendation for the unwavering support of the channel in our pursuit of keeping the province well informed of our plans, existing programs, and policies that they should be aware of. I wish the people behind IHC more power and wisdom as they help the administration in its endeavors. May we be relentless in our role to be the watchdog and uphold our responsibility for a genuine public service through journalism. Agtultuloy ti panagkikibin tayo para ti baligi as One Ilocos Heritage Channel, One Ilocos Sur. Diyos unay ti ag-ina.
Naimbag nga aldaw yu amin na po, siya ni Vice Governor Ryan Singson. Happy 14th anniversary Ilocos Heritage Channel. Mabuhay!
Ilocos Sur, with the wonder city of the world. Yes, Ilocos Sur, a God-given haven. Yes, Ilocos Sur, home away from home. Yes, Ilocos Sur, wonderland of Eden. If you ask me now and then, where we gonna go? The only answer that I know, sure Ilocos Sur.
Intay dinggan ti mensahe ni Honorable Luis Chavit Singson, former Governor of Ilocos Sur and the father of RA 7171. Kaya't kung ayabkas ti nabara nga kablao ko, ti Ilocos Heritage Channel ti panagselebraryo ti may kasangapulo ko tupat nga anibersaryo. Congratulations, God bless, more power to your station.
Magsingal na kamulian at kakataknen ang mamiwanwan at titinulong pagsaya at ang di kaaduan. Tatap mo agrimat ka, ili magsingal.
Ti si bubukal nga umili ti magsinggal kablaawan mi ti Ilocos Heritage Channel ti may kasangapulokot upat atawan nga anibersaryo. Sapay kumatag na nayon ti balanse nga panagserbi ti umili through social media. Congratulations IHC from your friend Mayor Alrico Fabis of Magsingal, Ilocos Sur. Agrimat Magsingal.
Manipod ti sibubukal nga umili ti San Vicente Ilocos Sur, kablaawan mi ti Ilocos Heritage Channel ti may kasangapulo ket upat nga anibersaryo. More power and God bless to each and every one. From your friend, Mayor Jonan Tabanda of San Vicente Ilocos Sur. Tignay San Vicente.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy po tayo mga kaibigan. Iti programa tayo Ryanniag ti Ilocos Sur Apo. Karagiti kahit na tagpatulong ti opisina ni Apo Vice Gobernador Ryan Singson, tawagan nyo lang Apo, dito yung cellphone number ko niya, dito yung cellphone number ko Apo, 0926-615-5143. Digiti kahit na tagpatulong Apo, dito digiti requirements, indigency, ayan, no hospital bill, medical certificate, no digiti dumawat ti agas, reseta lang Apo niya, reseta. Dayay Apo ti parangyo. No funeral bill, kailangan nga dayay funeral bill yo ken dayay death certificate. Kasi lang Apo niya. Tapno ti kastakit na daras ti panakay proseso dagitoy patulong nyo manipod ti opisina ti Vice Gobernador ini probinsya. Mga kaibigan, nagalas 9 na po dito met update tayo manipod Malacanang papagayam. Kaya dito numalema, ulitek man las 4 Apo. State of the Nation Address. Live kami dito ingana ti Malpas sa Papagayan. Padaanan nyo Apo. So, heto na po.
We would also like to acknowledge the Vice Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Arthur M. Cordura. Likewise, we also acknowledge the Deputy Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Chardon Sean Verlan, Philippine Navy Marines.
Announcing the arrival of the President of the Republic of the Philippines and Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. As we now proceed with the ceremony, we shall have the entry of colors.
Enter the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philippine National Anthem. Bayang magiliw, perlas na silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyan ka ng magiti, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong baghaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang islap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng buwan ating pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please remain standing for the invocation by Colonel Roy L. Lungao, Chief Chaplain, Philippine Army.
Manalangin tayo. Pinupuri ka namin, o mahal naming Panginoong Diyos, sa aming pagtitipon at kaisahan sa makabuluhang kaganapan na ito. Masasaksihan namin ngayon ang seremonya ng pagsasalin ng pamamahala sa aming sandatahang lakas. Utang na loob naming tinatanaw sa pasasalamat ang biyaya ng mga tagumpay na nakamit, ang lalong pagpapaunlad ng kakayahan at ang lahat ng mabuting pagbabagong nagawa sa aming sandatahang lakas sa mahusay na pamumuno ni General Andres C. Centino. Kasunod nito ay masasaksihan naman ang seremonya ng kanyang pagretiro sa active military service. Maraming salamat, Panginoon, sa biyaya ng kanyang pagkatao at sa kanyang mga huwarang gawa sa pamumuno at tapat na paglilingkod sa bayan bilang kawal at sa mga karangalan na kanyang nadala sa aming hanay. Iyo nawa siyang patuloy na pagpalain at lingapin sa bagong yugto ng kanyang buhay bilang sibilyan, 10 ng kanyang mga mahal sa buhay. Ngayon naman ay iyong biniyayaan ang aming sandatahang lakas ng mahusay din na general na hahalili bilang bagong punong general sa pagkatao ni Lieutenant General Romeo S. Browner Jr. Pagpalain mo po siya sa ipinagkaloob mong bagong katungkulan na ito upang sa kanyang pamumuno at sa gabay ng kagalang-galang na Pangulo ng aming bansa at aming Commander-in-Chief, Presidente Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Ang aming sandatahang lakas ay patuloy na matagumpay na magampanan ang marangal nitong katungkulan at misyon at manatiling maging bukal ng pag-asa para sa aming mga kababayan. At pagpalain mo rin po kaming lahat na natipon ngayon upang patuloy naming matahak ang landas ng iyong kalooban at matugunan ng tapat ang iyong pagtawag at paghirang sa buhay na niloob mo para sa bawat isa sa amin. Pagtibayin mo po ang aming pananampalataya at ilayo lagi sa anumang kapahamakan, 10 ng aming mga mahal sa buhay. Papuri sa iyo, Panginoon, ngayon at magpakailanman. Amen.
Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we welcome you all to the Armed Forces of the Philippines Change of Command and Retirement Ceremony in honor of General Andres Castor Centino, Philippine Army. Today's ceremony showcases the changing of the guards of the Armed Forces of the Philippines from the outgoing leader, General Andres C. Centino, to the incoming leader, Lieutenant General Romeo S. Browner Jr. On this occasion, we recognize the man who steered the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Today's ceremony highlights the presentation of award to the outgoing Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, for the exceptional performance rendered during his term. The award to be presented is the Philippine Legion of Honor. We'd like to request General Andres C. Centino, sir, to stand and step forward as a citation of the award will be read by the Adjutant General, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Brigadier General Bernardo R. Fortes, Jr.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of National Defense, General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. General Orders Number 1111, published on 21 July 2023. The award of Philippine Legion of Honor, degree of Chief Commander, by direction of the President, and pursuant to paragraph 2A, section 1-2, Chapter 1, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Regulations G, 131-054, dated 26 June 2014, the Philippine Legion of Honor in the degree of Chief Commander is hereby awarded to General Andres Castor Centino, Officer 9851 Philippine Army, for eminently meritorious and valuable services rendered as the 59th Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines from 7 January to 21 July 2023. His inspired leadership and firm commitment to the continued institution of policies and adoption of measures backed by strategic planning, stakeholder engagement, and convergence efforts led to sustained victory against terrorism through peace-building efforts and employment of a multi-stakeholder whole-of-the-nation approach. During his tenure, the AFP fortified the country's air, land, and sea defenses through the deployment of troops and military detachments in the border islands, especially those covering the area in the West Philippine Sea, establishment of littoral manning stations throughout the country, and the conduct of maritime air patrols and joint law enforcement operations designed to enhance security and provide continuous military presence in disputed areas to uphold national sovereignty. Under his direct supervision, the AFP diligently carried out his noble duties of serving the people and securing the state. By these achievements, General Centino earned the lasting respect and admiration of the Philippine government and the Filipino people. By order of the Secretary of National Defense, Artur Mirasol Cordura, Lieutenant General Philippine Air Force, Vice Chief of Staff. Official signed Bernardo Arportes Jr., Brigadier General Philippine Army, the Adjutant General.
We'd like to request the spouse of the outgoing Chief of Staff, Mrs. Sheila S. Centino, ma'am, to assist in the awarding. Please all stand.
His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is requested to present the award, assisted by the Secretary Gilberto C. Chodoro Jr., Department of National Defense.
Congratulations to General Centino, sir. Please be seated. Thank you to His Excellency, the Defense Secretary, and to Mrs. Centino. Once again, a big hand for the outgoing Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
We shall now move on with the change of command ceremony.
The relief and designation orders will be read by the Adjutant General, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City, General Orders Number 1109, published on 20 July 2023, Section 1, Termination. Designation of General Andres Castor Centino, Officer 9851, Philippine Army, as Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, is terminated effective 21 July 2023. Section 2, Designation. Lieutenant General Romeo Saturnino Browner, Jr., Officer 10052, Philippine Army, is designated as Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, effective 21 July 2023, by command of General Centino Charlton Cian Martinez Gaerlan, Lieutenant General, Philippine Navy Marines, the Deputy Chief of Staff. Official signed Bernardo Arportes Jr., Brigadier General, Philippine Army, the Adjutant General.
The outgoing Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Andres Castor Centino, will read and sign the order for his relinquishment of command.
General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Office of the Deputy Chief of Staff, Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. 21 July 2023, Relinquishment Order. General Orders Number 1109, pursuant to Section 1, Paragraph 1, dated 20 July 2023, I hereby relinquish my duties and responsibilities as the Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, effective this date, and I sign in your presence.
The incoming Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Ramos Browner Jr., will read and sign the order for his assumption of command.
General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Office of the Deputy Chief of Staff, Assumption Order, General Orders Number 1109. Pursuant to Section 2, Paragraph 2, dated 20 July 2023, I hereby assume the duties and responsibilities as the Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, effective this date, and I sign in your presence.
We shall now witness the handover of the command symbol to be presided by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Being handed over is a saber, a symbol of responsibility that goes with command and authority. It is closely associated with military leadership. The handover of the command symbol represents the dynamism of the military organization. Responsibilities of the outgoing commander are being relinquished, yet a successor of same standard, reared with excellence just like him, accepts the responsibilities and stewardship of the command. Thank you very much, and congratulations to both the immediate past and new Chiefs of Staff.
The new Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Romeo S. Browner Jr., will give his remarks.
His Excellency Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., sir, the President of the Republic of the Philippines and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Honorable Antonio Lagdameo Jr., the Special Assistant to the President, the Honorable Gilbert C. Teodoro Jr., Secretary, Department of National Defense, sir, General Andres C. Centino, the immediate past Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, sir. Members of my family, other relatives, Malacanang officials, DND officials, generals and flag officers present together with their ladies, former Chiefs of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, members of PMA Class 1988 and their ladies, members of PMA Class 1989 and their ladies. Sir, may I request them just to stand up to be recognized. Class 89, please. Thank you. Friends from the University of the Philippines, our broads from the UP Vanguards, fellow Special Forces paratroopers, friends from the media, officers, enlisted personnel, civilian human resource, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today, I stand before you both honored and humbled. Honored for being given the responsibility of leading the more than 150,000 soldiers, Marines, sailors, and airmen, the more than 70,000 KAFGU auxiliary forces, the more than 5,000 civilian human resource, and the more than 1 million reservists of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. I am likewise humbled for given this opportunity to serve our country and the Filipino people. Thus, I would like to thank God for this great blessing. I believe that all promotions and designations come from God. Moreover, I believe that promotions are not given as a reward for past accomplishments or even failures, but as a sign that one is ready or prepared to take on bigger responsibilities. Thus, this designation is my way of glorifying God. I would like to specially thank our President and Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., sir, for giving me this chance to serve our country as the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. I may not be the perfect candidate for this position, but you can be assured, sir, that I will give my steadfast loyalty, my utmost professionalism, and my absolute commitment to the Constitution and to the duly constituted authorities. I owe this to God and to the Filipino people. Let me also thank the Secretary of National Defense, the Honorable Gilberto Chodoro Jr., sir, for endorsing me to the President. Thank you, sir, for your trust and confidence. I would like to dedicate this humble accomplishment to the members of my family, Melody, Kiel, Romeo III, or Rommel, Zuri, Sabrina, my siblings Eric, May, Ferdinand, and their spouses, my uncle, Police Brigadier General Percy Browner, my in-laws, Attorney and Mrs. James Valeros, my foster mother, Ma'am Edna Nevada, and my other relatives from the Bronner and Saturnino clans. This designation is specially dedicated to my relatives who have already passed away. My late father, Justice Romeo Browner Jr., my mother, Dr. Lenora Fe Bronner, my sister, Dr. Vicky Jane Bronner, my uncles, General Felix Bronner Jr. and Colonel Franklin Bronner, my cousins, Lieutenant Felix Bronner III and Captain Winston Bronner Bagilat. I am sure that they are looking upon us from heaven, beaming with pride. As I take the helm of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, allow me to articulate the 5 areas where I wish to focus our efforts. For these focus areas, I would like to keep in line with the President's call for national unity. So please allow me, sir, to use the acronym UNITY to better explain these focus areas. This was also used earlier by General Bacaro when he took over as Chief of Staff. U is for unification. Internally, we will focus on making sure that we have a solid and professional armed forces of the Philippines. All members of the AFP, whether they are officers, enlisted personnel, or civilian human resource, should follow the chain of command. Externally, we will help unite our communities. We will make sure that the former rebels unite once again with their families as we extend our hands in reconciliation. We will leverage interagency coordination, linkaging, and alliance building in furtherance of our whole-of-nation approach. N is for normalization. We have to give special attention to the normalization process in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, particularly in the disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration of former fighters of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, as stipulated in the Bangsamoro Organic Law. I is for internal security operations. We shall immediately defeat the remaining local terrorist groups, and the communist terrorist group to attain total victory. We have to sustain the dividends of peace by making sure that there will be no resurgence of insurgency and terrorism in our country. T is for territorial defense. In line with the President's pronouncement of not giving an inch of our territory, the AFP will endeavor to modernize its personnel, equipment, facilities, processes, and systems so as to enable it to be a lethal and competent fighting force capable of defending our territory from external aggression. Part of this modernization would be a focus on cyber warfare. I see cyber as a great equalizer, and we have great potential to be a player in the cyber domain. We shall also actively pursue our international defense and security engagements to strengthen our relations with our allies and partners. We shall actively participate in the United Nations missions to enhance our country's reputation as a peace-loving nation. Finally, Y. Y is for youth. The AFP will do its share in developing our youth, the future leaders and citizens of our nation, to be responsible and patriotic defenders of our national identity as a people and of our territorial integrity. One way of doing this is through the proper and relevant conduct of the ROTC's program. This will also coincide with our efforts to develop our reserve force. That, in a nutshell, is the meaning of the acronym UNITY. At this point, let me congratulate General Andres Centino for an outstanding career as a military officer and for a splendid job as the 37th and the 39th Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Palakpakan po natin si General Centino. This is not the first time that he and I have been principals in a change of command ceremony. Previously, I took over from General Centino as the commander of the 4th Infantry Division in Northern Mindanao, and then again as Commanding General of the Philippine Army. Thank you, Sir Andy, for all the lessons that you have taught me. God bless you, sir, in the next chapter of your life. To our allies, partners, stakeholders, and friends, I ask you to continue supporting the armed forces of the Philippines. Please help us help you. Security and peace, after all, is a collective responsibility shared by all of us. And finally, to our soldiers, Marines, sailors, airmen, and civilian human resource, I ask you to remain faithful to the oath that we all took when we entered the service, that of bearing true faith and allegiance to the Republic of the Philippines. Our mission is to ensure that this administration is successful in governing our nation, in securing our peace, and in protecting our territory at all costs. Before I end, I would like to quote the poem entitled Pledge of Loyalty by Albert Kim Hubbard. And I quote, "If you work for a man, in heaven's name, work for him. Speak well of him and stand by the institution he represents. Remember, an ounce of loyalty is worth a pound of cleverness. But if you must growl, condemn, and eternally find fault, why? Resign your position, and once you are outside, damn to your heart's content. But if you condemn this organization, the first high wind that comes along will blow you away, and probably you will never know why." End of quote. Mabuhay ang sandatang lakas ng Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang sambayanang Pilipino. To God be the glory. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat.
Thank you very much. The new Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Romeo S. Browner Jr.
We'll now move on with the retirement ceremony of General Andres Castor Centino.
May we now request General Centino, sir, to please stand and step forward as the Adjutant General of the Armed Forces of the Philippines reads the retirement order.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of National Defense, General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. General Orders Number 1108, published on July 2023. Compulsory retirement. Pursuant to the provisions of Section 6 of Republic Act Number 11709, as amended by Republic Act Number 11939, dated 2 June 2023, General Andres Castor Centino, Officer Dash 9851, Philippine Army, having completed 39 years, 3 months, and 20 days of active military service in the Armed Forces of the Philippines from 1 April 1984 to 20 July 2023, is compulsorily retired in the rank of General effective 21 July 2023 with retirement pay based on the salary grade of General with FIP longevity pay. By order of the Secretary of National Defense, Andres Castor Centino, General, Philippine Army, Chief of Staff. Official, signed Bernardo Ortiz Jr., Brigadier General, Philippine Army, the Adjutant General.
Please remain in front, sir. We'd like to request Mrs. Sheila Centino, ma'am, to join your husband on stage. His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is requested for the presentation of the plaques and mementos.
The command plaque is hereby presented to General Andres Castor Centino, Officer Dash 9851, Philippine Army, for meritorious and valuable service as the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Plaque of Honorable Service is presented to General Andres C. Centino for his 39 years, 3 months, and 20 days of faithful and honorable service to the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Likewise, the coat of arms is also presented to General Andres Castor Centino, Philippine Army. This coat of arms embodies the Armed Forces of the Philippines' mandate to serve and protect the Philippine democracy and freedom. Likewise, the framed medals is also presented to General Andres C. Centino. These are all of the awards that were bestowed on him during his active tour of duty.
Pagpupugay sa Kawal Pilipino Plaque or Plaque ng Pagpupugay sa Kawal Pilipino, iginagawad kay General Andres C. Centino, pagpaparangal at pagkilala sa natatanging pagganap ng mga tungkulin bilang isang leader at Kawal Pilipino ng sandatahang lakas ng Pilipinas.
This time, Mrs. Centino will be presented with a plaque of appreciation. The plaque of appreciation is hereby presented to Mrs. Sheila S. Centino for her unselfish, faithful and devoted support to her husband's lasting contribution and dedicated service to the Armed Forces of the Philippines and to our nation.
This time, Mrs. Centino will be presented with a glass replica of the Sampaguita, symbolizing fidelity, purity, devotion, strength, and dedication. These virtues embodied by the Sampaguita that also reflect the persona of the worthy and inspiring spouse of the Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines. This time, we'll be having the presentation of the encased Philippine flag. And as we witness the presentation, everyone is requested to stand. Symbolizing the aspirations and sentiments of the Filipino people, it embodies love of country and patriotism. For the men and women of the noble profession of arms, it means defending our freedom to the extent of paying the ultimate sacrifice. The Philippine flag is presented to General Andres C. Centino.
Congratulations to General Centino and Mrs. Centino, ma'am, and thank you to His Excellency and to the Defense Secretary, and once again, a big hand for General and Mrs. Centino.
Please be seated.
The immediate past Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Andres Castor Centino, Philippine Army, will now deliver his valedictory address.
His Excellency Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., President, Republic of the Philippines, Honorable Gilberto Teodoro Jr., Secretary, National Defense, Honorable Antonio Lagdameo Jr., Special Assistant to the President, Lieutenant General Romeo S. Browner Jr., and Mrs. Browner, ma'am. May I greet also my wife, Sheila, government officials, generals and flag officers present, and their ladies, former chiefs of staff, the Armed Forces of the Philippines and their ladies, members of the Joint Personnel and Special Staff, chiefs, commanders of the AFSUS present, members of PMA Class 1988, and with the permission of the President, may I request my classmates, sir, to please stand. And their ladies, of course. Thank you for coming. The members of PMA Class 1989 and their ladies, friends from the media, officers, enlisted personnel, and civilian human resource, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. 39 years of gratitude. That sums up my life as a soldier and as an officer of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. For truly, one can never be thankful enough for the opportunity to serve our country and our people. These long years of my life in uniform have strengthened the soldier in me, encouraged the leader that I desired to be, and honed the public servant who will say yes when duty calls. I am grateful to the Lord Almighty, the great architect of the universe, for every moment I have had to do my share to bring forward our vision and our quest for peace. Without His grace and His divine guidance, all my milestones and the honor of leading the Armed Forces of the Philippines would not have happened. My appreciation and gratitude goes to His Excellency, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., our Commander-in-Chief, for the trust in my ability to contribute to his vision of a peaceful and progressive Philippines, and for giving me every chance to lead the march of our troops, as well as to serve the Filipino people in a different capacity. Thank you also, Mr. President, for allowing me to continue and complete my service. Every soldier has one ultimate goal he holds sacred: to fulfill his years of service and be permitted to serve until the final day. And to all those who helped me finish my career rightfully, this soldier is immensely grateful. To my fellow workers in government, especially in the defense establishment and in the armed forces of the Philippines, it has been my honor and my privilege to have stood shoulder to shoulder with you in achieving our shared goal of serving the people and securing the state. Together, over the years, we have worked tirelessly and achieved significant milestones, from territorial defense to internal security to humanitarian disaster relief operations. We have attained our targets and made a tangible impact on the communities that we serve and we protect. On the other hand, our alliances within the region and with our long-standing partners have enhanced our capacity and interoperability, strengthening our ability to address security challenges in the West Philippine Sea and the region as well. With these achievements, we have gained momentum and are ready to realign our efforts to meet our goals within designated timelines. And I'm proud to announce that our operational tempo that we set at the beginning of the year has yielded substantial results. To the men and women of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, all the soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, and our reservists who have been the solid, undaunted force that has driven our current successes in internal security operations. Never in the history of our campaign against insurgency that we have come close to finally resolving this problem. The adversary is currently at its weakest, and the armed forces of the Philippines is at its strongest. And the support of the Filipino people is overwhelmingly in our favor. Our sustained drive, discipline, and commitment under the determined leadership of our Commander-in-Chief are integral in ending insurgency and ensuring peace and prosperity across our land. This will enable the Armed Forces of the Philippines to refocus on the pressing and urgent task of defending our territory. We have done much together, and I salute all our gallant officers, tireless personnel, and professional civilian employees for all the progress that the Armed Forces of the Philippines has made, especially in the first half of the year. I make special mention of our soldiers serving in the farthest and most difficult deployments and places that I have visited. In Mapanas and Katubig in Samar, in Himamaylan in Negros, in Parola Island in the West Philippine Sea, in Mabulis Island in Itbayat, in Batanes Islands in the north, in Balut Island in Malungun, Sarangani, and in the remote places in southern Philippines. The dedication and sacrifices may sometimes not recognized and acknowledged enough. But thank you for your noble service to the nation. And to our fellow soldiers who paid the most, their precious lives, your sacrifices will not be in vain as victory is near. Our efforts have not gone unnoticed though, as attested by the consistently high trust ratings that the AFP has maintained through the years, ranking amongst the top 2 government agencies based on Publicus Asia Pahayag survey released June of this year. And even in the global community, the Philippines has climbed 19 places in the military strength ranking, standing 32nd out of 145 countries in the global firepower military strength ranking of 2023. The rest of the year holds new challenges and fresh goals as my successor takes over the leadership of the AFP. His capacity to lead is tried and tested, and I know that the future of our organization and the vision for peace and progress are in capable hands with the help and support of the top leadership of the AFP. To Lieutenant General Browner and to the AFP's top leadership, the men and women who will follow your lead and march to your pace are capable, committed, and truly commendable. The AFP of today has been molded, shaped and strengthened by the vision and direction of our leaders, including the former chiefs of staff, some of whom are here with us this afternoon, who have come before you and me. United in purpose and action, the AFP can only continue to deliver on its pledge to the Filipino people. At this point, Mr. President, I am ready to submit my tour of duty report. On this last day of my journey in the military service, from being a fourth-class PMA cadet to the general that I am now, allow me to acknowledge and thank all those who have been part of my 39 years in uniform. To my late parents, Flaviano and Araceli, once again, I give you the honor and gratitude for guiding me towards the life of service. Thank you. To everyone I have worked with and served with through the years in the service, my upperclassmen, my peers, my classmates, my subordinates, thank you. To the Filipino people who have placed their trust and confidence in the AFP, thank you. You are the reason I serve and the reason I am proud to be a soldier. And as I save the best for last, I thank my family for the understanding and support through the years. You have been my rock and my anchor. Without you, my dear wife Sheila, and our 4 children, Bugsy, Rocky, Dion, and Adi, I would not have been able to do my best, I would not have been able to do the best I could be as a soldier, as a leader, and as a public servant. To our officers, soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, I salute your bravery, your dedication, and your professionalism. Stay steadfast and strong. The peace and progress that will enable a better future depend on you. And as I hang my uniform today, I extend my sincere wishes of goodwill to all. I have done my best for 39 good years. This is General Andres Centino rendering my final salute. Maraming salamat at magandang hapon sa ating lahat.
Once again, thank you to the immediate Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Andres Castor Centino, Philippine Army.
We shall witness the donning of rank to the new Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. The new Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Ramos Browner Jr., is requested to stand and step forward as the promotion order is read by the Adjutant General, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of National Defense, General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. General Orders Number 1116, published on 21 July 2023, ad interim appointment. Pursuant to the provisions of Republic Act Number 11709, as amended by Republic Act Number 11939, and in reference to the approved appointment by the President of the Republic of the Philippines, dated 21 July 2023, Lieutenant General Romeo Saturnino Browner Jr., Officer -10052, Philippine Army, is appointed ad interim to the rank of General, effective 21 July 2023. By order of the Secretary of National Defense, Romeo Saturnino Browner Jr., General, Philippine Army, Chief of Staff. Official signed, Bernardo Ortiz Jr., Brigadier General, Philippine Army, the Adjutant General.
The spouse of the new Chief of Staff, Mrs. Melody Mariel V. Browner, is requested on stage.
His Excellency is requested for the donning of rank to the new Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines to be assisted by the Defense Secretary.
Congratulations to the newly promoted General Romeo S. Browner Jr. Thank you to His Excellency, to Defense Secretary, and to Mrs. Browner. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a big hand for General Romeo S. Browner Jr.
At this point, the presiding officer will be introduced by Secretary Gilberto C. Chidoro Jr., Department of National Defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of our Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos, Jr.
Thank you to our D&D Secretary, Secretary Gilbert Teodoro. Please take your seats. The Special Assistant to the President, Secretary Anton Lagdameo, other members of the Cabinet here present, our incoming AFP Chief of Staff, General Romeo S. Browner Jr., the immediate past AFP Chief of Staff, General Andy Centino, my fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am very happy to be with you here, to join you, to preside over the Armed Forces of the Philippines change of command and retirement ceremony for General Andy Centino. I congratulate him for successfully completing his tour of duty as Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces. You have demonstrated exemplary service and resolute commitment to our nation's peace, order, and security. Under your supervision, the AFP has made significant strides in reducing the presence and capabilities of communist and local terrorist groups. In terms of our national security, the AFP has conducted hundreds of maritime air patrols, naval surface patrols, as well as deployed hundreds of troops to defend our islands. The AFP also established dozens of littoral monitoring stations and detachments across the country. With regard to our peace support operations, the AFP has facilitated the deployment of military observers to United Nations peacekeeping operations in India and Pakistan, to the UN mission in South Sudan, and to the UN Stabilization Mission in the Central African Republic. I thus convey my utmost respect and gratitude to General Centino. As you enter your well-deserved retirement, I hope that you will continue to pursue endeavors that will benefit our fellow Filipinos and our entire nation. We have made sure that we do not lose the talent and the skills and the experience that General Andy has acquired over his many years, his 39 years of service. And so we have assigned him as the presidential assistant, as presidential advisor on the West Philippine Sea, so that we can be sure that all our policies in that regard are continuously evolving from what we had begun. Now, looking to the future, let us welcome the incoming Chief of Staff of the AFP, Lieutenant General, Lieutenant General Romeo S. Browner Jr., given your extensive experience in safeguarding peace in conflict-affected areas, I urge you to recalibrate our internal security operations so that we can deliver public services in geographically isolated and disadvantaged communities. I know that your supervision will give rise to a safer and more secure nation, where more rebels return to the fold of the law and decide to be productive citizens. At this juncture, allow me to urge you all to work towards an armed forces that is agile and prepared for any contingency. As your Commander-in-Chief, I assure you that this administration is firm in reinforcing this noble pursuit by modernizing the AFP. Along with our efforts to strengthen our external defense capabilities, I ask you too to continue working with national government agencies and civilian stakeholders to form an archipelagic consciousness amongst Filipinos. This will help champion our country's territorial integrity and sovereignty. I have faith that under the supervision of General Browner, the armed forces will continue to ensure the security of Filipinos and the national sovereignty of our country amidst the challenges ahead. So together, let us protect the interests of our people. Let us help them fulfill their goals for themselves, for their families, for their communities, and for our nation. Mabuhay ang sandatahang lakas ng Pilipinas. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
Once again, thank you very much, Mr. President, sir.
As we wind up today's event, please remain standing for the exit of colors.
Exit the colors.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the Armed Forces of the Philippines Change of Command and Retirement Ceremony in honor of General Andres C. Centino, Philippine Army.
Likewise, please remain in your respective places until the President has left the hall.
A big hand for President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
As the Heritage Province of the North reopens to tourists, it launches the all-new Tour Ilocos Sur app. A quick guide to Ilocos Sur at your fingertips. Find the best tourist spots. Hotels. Bars and restaurants. And authentic Ilocos Sur products and food. Be updated on upcoming events, plus get notified on the important announcements and updates. Available for global download on Android and iOS. The Tour Ilocos Sur app. Historical becomes digital.
Kaya't mo kanayon na nakakondisyon ti motor mo, saan tayo abaybayan ngagdadael? Siguden na patarimaan, tadda tinalaing ken naanos a mekaniko, ken pagagatangan ti high-end ken genuine a piyesa ti motorsiklo. King Rabe Motorcycle Parts Enterprises. Anyaman na piyesa ken brand ti motorsiklo kasapulan at daamin dita King Rabe Motorcycle Parts Enterprises. Saan kan ngagpaspasarak, mapankan di sigurado, adupay di pagpilyan tinadumaduma a brand apilid, motor oil ken kumpleto apang setup. Pasyaren ti Pestuda sa Jikabarwan, Santa Catalina, Ilocos Sur. At dapay branch na dita igid ti National Highway, Sunto, Bantay, Ilocos Sur, ken Sadyay, Dagupan City. Ride safety. Siguradwen anapintas ti kondisyon dagiti motorsiklo. Adda ti mapagtalkaan a King Rabe Motorcycle Parts Enterprises. Ken no kasapulan piloga na pagpasya ken adday ti darayan nyo nga okasyon. Kastapay no da sabaten nyo akaming ti pamilyayo a balikbayan at danda iti ban amarentaan. Kontakin nyo ti numero 0917-188-7507. Ukwa ken imatmatonan da Bonnie ken Lynn Rabe. King Rabe Motorcycle Parts Enterprises.
foods ba ang hanap mo? Kaya't mo mukbang ng basit ti budget. Kapangkan sa J Books Eat Food Hub. Masarakan ti igit ti National Highway Barangay Kabarwan, Bantay, Ilocos Sur. Giseserve dati only wings, rice, lechon kawale, sisig kanda dumapay a pagpilian. In kayon ti Books Eat Food Hub. Matmatunan dito ni Miss Eileen Tolentino ken ni Miss Luenalo Manlies. And the food, yem swak sa bulsa. Anya pa ito rayam, mapankan ti Books Eat Food Hub. Books Eat Food Hub, sigurado mabsog ta Books Eat mo. Nagbebero kay matinaimas nga pulutan wano dagiti maprito amakmakan. Saragam lang ti Choylin Fried Station. Masarakan ti naduma-duma pwesto dati probinsya nga Ilocos Sur at dati ta syudad ti Vigan, Iliti Santo Domingo, Kabugaw, Sinait, Narvacan, ken Canton City. At dapat pwesto dati ta Abra ken pati Batak ken Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. At doon dagiti mabili mo pagpilian. At dati fried chicken, crispy pata, fried itik, lechon kawali, tokwat baboy ken pork sisig. Choylin Fried Station, fried to perfection. No kaya't mumati only rice ken only soup all you can, 3 mantas grill house lang sapat na. Ado dagiti pagbilyang nga combo meals nga sigurado aswak ti budget mo. Masarakan ti 3 mantas grill house sa Bayubay Sur, San Vicente, Ilocos Sur. What are you waiting for? Come and visit 3 mantas grill house today. Kung mahilig ka mat dagiti matuno makmakan, na tuno grill house lang ang iyong kailangan. Dahil offering chicken inasal, pork barbecue, chicken barbecue, only rice for inasal ken only chicken wings. Masarakan tinatuno grill house sa San Jose, Narvacan, Ilocos Sur. Anya pa ito rorayang, pasyara mo dagitoy nga panganan. Naimas tagbiag no nananam timakan.
Problema yu kadi iti panangalat ti student driving permit, renewal iti lisensya ngagmaneho, ken panang-upgrade iti restriction code dagiti lisensyayo. Solbaren dagiti nga problema yo iti RX Driving School. Ti RX Driving School ket accredited iti LTO ng eskwelaan. Amang ipaay kadagiti sumaganad. TDC wenno theoretical driving course. Kasapulan daytoy kadagiti mangalat ti student permit. PDC wenno practical driving course paramat kadagiti mangala iti non-prop wenno professional driver's license. Upgrading iti restriction code paramat kadagiti mangnayon iti mabalinda a manehuen ken ti special driving course paramat kadagiti kayat na tagsursuro ngagmaneho iti motorsiklo, tricycle, 4 wheels, manual or automatic ken dadumapay. Naanos ken nalaing dagiti driving instructors da nga accredited iti LTO. Dito'y 2nd District, masarakan ti RX Driving School iti National Highway, Barangay Tablak, Canton City, abay iti Sacred Heart Medical Laboratory. Dito'y mat 1st District, masarakan ti RX Driving School, abay mismo iti LTO. Dita poblasyon is San Ildefonso, Ilocos Sur. Ken dita probinsya ti Ilocos Norte, masarakan ti RX Driving School iti along the National Highway, Barangay Kalagit, Batak City, sango ti Lucondia Cultural Center ken Mariano Marcos Memorial Hospital. Asideg iti mismong LTO. No lisensya ti panagmaneho, ken nasaya ta pagsusuruan ngagmaneho, RX Driving School iti papanan. Para tadadong informasyon, tumawag wenno ag-text kayo iti 0917-578-3132 and 0917-811-0581. Dito 1st District San Ildefonso, 0917-306-3735. Itamot 2nd District Canton City, 0917-120-1745. Ken dita Batak City, 0917-329-0591. RX Driving School.
No serbisyo analaka nga catering ti Masapulyo, adda iti Caril's Garden Catering Services ang masarakan di Mabini Street, Barangay Rizal, Kabugaw, Ilocos Sur. Adu pa iti agkakaimas nga makan ti inkay pagpilian. Ken saan lang kadayta na ornos ti serbisyo da, napintas iti saan yon a problema no kasapulan nyo iti venue. Oray anyaman nga okasyon ket mabaling nga rambakan kas iti kasar, birthday, anniversary, reunions, meeting, ken dumapay. Caril's Garden and Catering Services ti kapintasan ken kalakaan. Nadaras pa'y akasarita ti akin bagi ani Sir Carlito ken Maricar Asena. Wenno kontaken iti numero a 0917-799-1273. Wenno 0917-799-5110. Caril's Garden and Catering Services. Umay kayon!
Nueva Segovia Consortium of Cooperatives. Ti kooperatiba ano bayagin nga nagseserbi kadang ti Ilocano iti amyanan a Luzon. Ti kooperatiba ang manpapaay ti serbisyo, benepisyo, ken mangisakit kariti empleyado ken miyembro na. Ti Nueva Segovia Consortium of Cooperatives wano NSCC ket adon tinatulungan na. Babayin med iti namayat alangin-langin ken kooperasyon dagiti miyembro ken mangimatmaton. Adon tinaturoasan ti kooperatiba. Adupay dagiti naynayon ang kasdek, akas ti NSCC Farm, Chicharon Processing Facility, Macro Laboratory, kastameten ti NSCC Plaza, ken NSCC Business Center. Iso kanya pelang ter orayam makikapengkan iti kadakilan a kooperatiba iti probinsya. Di Nueva Segovia Consortium of Cooperatives suman na NSCC. Imatmatunan na daytoy ni Dr. Gibina Kenny.
Padaanan in July 24, 2023 ti live telecast the second State of the Nation Address ni President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. dito'y laing Ilocos Heritage Channel through Eagle Vision Cable TV and FB Live ti Ilocos Heritage Channel. State of the Nation Address ni President Bongbong Marcos live in Batasan, Padaanan. Let us hear the message of Governor Jerry Singson for the anniversary of Ilocos Heritage Channel. Congratulations to the Ilocos Heritage Channel for celebrating its 14th year anniversary. Ilocos Heritage Channel has been instrumental in bridging the provincial government and the public. It is a bulwark of truthful, responsible, and civic-oriented journalism that provides a backbone of support in bringing government services to the grassroots. Its special programs featuring the projects, programs, and activities of the administration serve as a conduit to keep our communities empowered through information and awareness. It is a platform to maintain transparency in our governance, thus keeping the public trust at all times and giving the people the opportunity to participate in our undertakings. I express my commendation for the unwavering support of the channel in our pursuit of keeping the province well informed of our plans, existing programs, and policies that they should be aware of. I wish the people behind IHC more power and wisdom as they help the administration in its endeavors. May we be relentless in our role to be the watchdog and uphold our responsibility for a genuine public service through journalism. Agtultuloy ti panagkikibin tayo para ti baligi as One Ilocos Heritage Channel, One Ilocos Sur. Diyos unay ti ag-ina.
naimbag nga aldaw yu amin na po, siya ni Vice Governor Ryan Singson. Happy 14th anniversary Ilocos Heritage Channel. Mabuhay!
Ilocos Sur, we the wonder city of the world. Yes, Ilocos Sur, a God-given haven. Yes, Ilocos Sur, home away from home. Yes, Ilocos Sur, wonderland of feeling. If you ask me now and then, where we gonna go? The only answer that I know, sure Ilocos Sur.
Intay dinggan ti mensahe ni Honorable Luis Chavit Singson, former Governor of Ilocos Sur and the father of RA 7171. Kaya't kung ayabkas ti nabara nga kablao ko, ti Ilocos Heritage Channel ti panagselebraryo ti may kasangapulo ko tupat nga anibersaryo. Congratulations, God bless, more power to your station.
Magsingal na kamulian at kakatakneng amang iwanwan at titinulong pagsaya at anti kaaguan tatapno at limat ka ili magsingal.
Ti si bubukal nga umili ti magsinggal kablaawan mi ti Ilocos Heritage Channel ti may kasangapulokot upat atawen nga anibersaryo. Sapay kumatag na nayon ti balanse nga panagserbi ti umili through social media. Congratulations IHC from your friend Mayor Alrico Fabis of Magsingal, Ilocos Sur. Agrimat Magsingal.
Manipod ti si bubukal nga umili ti San Vicente, Ilocos Sur, kablaawan mi ti Ilocos Heritage Channel ti may kasangapulo ket upat nga anibersaryo. More power and God bless to each and every one. From your friend, Mayor Jonan Tabanda of San Vicente, Ilocos Sur. Tignay San Vicente.